Hello everybody, I'm Nick from Pixie Woo and today's video I'm going to do for you is Coleen Rooney. Hope you enjoy. To start off with, I'm going to make my skin a little bit more even with the foundation, and I have chosen Skin Base from Illamasqua. I'm just going to take a Real Techniques buffing brush and work that into my skin. Just in circular motions so it really goes deep into the skin and looks like it's part of your skin, not sitting on top of it. Once the foundation's all in place, I'm then going to go in with a little bit of Collections 2000 concealer. I'm only going to use the concealer where the foundation hasn't covered enough, so a little bit under my eyes. I tend to put a tiny bit just through my brow bone and a little bit around my nose. I'm then going to take a Real Techniques Dome shadow brush just to work that into the skin. You can use your finger if you prefer. Now before I powder it all into place and it seals, I'm going to move on to the eyeshadows. Just in case I get a little bit of fall down, I can then clean it away. Once it's powdered, it's set, so there's nothing you can do about it. I have got an Avon True Colour 6-in-1 palette, and it's got 6 perfect colours for Coleen. I'm going to take a MAC 217 and this very end colour here and run it right the way over the eye. Not going too high, just keeping it where the brush naturally sits through the contour of the eye. Just placing it in there so it doesn't go any higher than that. I'm going to use the same brush in the same colour just underneath the eye. Just very softly underneath the eye. I'm then going to take the darkest colour in the palette and a MAC 266 and just run that along the lash line. I'm softly pulling it up slightly, just to smoke that a little bit. I'm going to use the same brush again and just run a tiny bit of it just under the eyes, but keeping it to the outer corner. So literally halfway along. Next I'm going to take some lash curlers and just curl my lashes. Then I need a little bit of mascara, and I've got Ico Skinny Brush Mascara. I'm going to pop that all on. Reasonable amount of this. And a small amount just on the bottom lashes as well. I'm then going to go back to my Avon palette for the brows, and I'm going to use this colour here and a MAC 266 just to shape my brows a tiny bit. This is just to shape the bottom of the brow, not the top, because Coleen doesn't really define her brows too much, they're not too drawn on. I just need a little bit of shape. So just pull the brush upwards that should just brush them into place. I then need to powder the skin into place, and I've got a Sleek Makeup Luminous Pressed Powder. So I'm just going to push this into the skin rather than wipe it, so it's actually going to hold everything into place and seal it. Next for the blush, and I've got Sleek Makeup blush. This one is in Rose Gold. I'm just going to take a blush brush and apply that just through the apples of the cheeks. And then lastly for the lips, really effortless on the lips, I've got a MAC Plush Glass in Push It Up. I'm just going to apply that straight to the lip. And there you have the finished Coleen Rooney look. I hope you've enjoyed that and it's been nice and simple for you, and have a lovely day. Bye bye.